Sometimes I wonder, am I really on the right path, or am I just walking without direction, without clarity? So often, even among people, I felt completely alone, like no one truly saw me. No one truly understood. Everyone keeps saying, move ahead, become something, but inside, something keeps breaking, and no one seems to notice. Sometimes, even when we seem to have everything, we still feel incomplete. As if, in the middle of a crowd, there's a quiet emptiness within. Have you ever asked this restlessness that sits inside, what is it? Every day we wake up, we run, we try to please the world, but the one who mattered the most, we never really talked to them, never truly tried to understand them. That I, who is behind every emotion, the one who feels every joy, every sorrow. When did we ever pause to know that every soul craves just a few moments, without expectations, without any roles, just to be. But that I, the real self, is often the one we know the least. We tried to understand others, but ourselves? Perhaps never. We got entangled in attachment, lost in the illusion that someone could truly be ours. But one day, when everything begins to slip away, we realize what we were holding on to was never really there. You are not alone. Every soul, somewhere along this journey, has felt broken, scattered. But breaking is not a bad thing, because sometimes it's through the cracks that light enters. The one who stops and listens within hears a voice that says, if you can just meet yourself, everything can change. Stop searching. Just pause. All the answers are within you. And when you truly find them, you'll realize peace was never outside. It was always you. You were always there. You just forgot yourself. This is the beginning. The beginning of descending into your own being, where there is no name, no face, only pure experience, and a silence that speaks everything. We're so entangled in the noise outside that we forget to listen to the silence within. Every day is a chase of becoming, of achieving. But what we become, does it ever truly feel ours? There comes a moment when nothing touches the heart, no word stays long enough to matter. Even with everything, the soul feels hollow. And then we realize peace was never out there. It flows from within, like a silent stream, only when we dare to look inward. Sometimes we meet someone who understands our pain without a word. And sometimes, despite the whole world around us, no one sees the sorrow inside. Why? Because everyone is fighting their own battles. Every smiling face hides a broken dream, a half-spoken truth, something they never had the courage to share. So if someone goes quiet, know this. They aren't out of words. They're simply not ready to speak. What their heart is screaming. I've grown tired of smiling every day, wearing a new mask just so no one sees what's happening inside. Sometimes, it feels like I'm just watching my life pass by, a spectator, not a participant. All this, it looks beautiful from the outside, but inside, it's hollow. So deeply hollow. We've kept every relationship alive, but have we ever truly kept a relationship with ourselves? Have we ever sat down and asked, are you okay? That part of you that's silently crying, what does it really need? We forgive others so easily, but we never forgive ourselves. We hold on to so many regrets that we never get to truly embrace who we are. And that's where the distance begins, between us and our own soul, until we forget who we truly are. Now is the time to pause, to look at this endless race. Why are you running? Where are you even going? Maybe there's nowhere to go. Maybe this moment is enough. No roles to play, no masks to wear. Just be who you are. And that's where true love begins. True acceptance. And a quiet understanding of the self. What you lost, the one whose absence broke you. Maybe that was never truly you. You are the one still breathing, the one who still carries hope, the one who can still hear the silence. Remember, this silence within is your true self. And when you connect with it, there are no more questions. No more searching. Or love and ego. We arrive at a place where love, something that should have been the purest, often wears the mask of ego. Love, such a beautiful word, isn't it? But as life went on, this word that once lifted us, it also brought us down even more deeply. Why? Because the love we imagined, it wasn't truly love. It was a desire. That someone would understand us, want us, see us the way we wish to see ourselves. We asked for love, and when it didn't come the way we wanted, we broke. But if love were real, would it have broken at all? Perhaps not. Because true love has no claim. Love carries no expectations. It simply is like a river that flows, as it is, without asking for anything in return. But our love was filled with ego. Why don't you see me the way I want? How are you fine without me? I gave you everything and you. That wasn't love. That was the I. Ego arrives quietly, sometimes disguised as love, sometimes as the sting of insult. And we don't realize we aren't truly loving. We're just trying to fill our wounds through someone else. We want someone because we believe they will complete what we lack, but no one can complete another. What is broken within can't be fixed from outside. So then, should we give up on love? No, don't give up on love. Just let go of the I. Because where the I exists, there's always a wall. And where there is a wall, love cannot stay. The day you love without expectation, you will realize love is giving, not worrying about what comes back. Love is not a transaction. Love is a presence, a silent experience, where you forget yourself, and in that forgetting, you find your truest self. Love becomes pure only when you are not in the way. Then it flows, becoming a smile on someone's face, or quietly taking shelter in their silence. Ego says, I need. Love says, I give. What you choose shapes your entire future. Part 5, Awakening and Self-Realization. This is the turning point, where illusions begin to break, and for the first time, the soul sees itself as it truly is, without labels, without layers. For too long, we've been asleep, eyes open, but something shut within. Days passed, people came and went, but we remained, trapped in a half-built identity. Then one day, something happened. Maybe someone left. Maybe a voice inside finally cracked and echoed. That moment, when you ask yourself for the first time, who am I? Was everything I believed about me just a story I was told? Am I what society says I am? Or am I the silence behind all that? That question, that pause, is the first knock of awakening. Because the moment you want to know, you have already begun to awaken. Self-realization isn't a book or a teaching. It is a moment when you see yourself exactly as you are, without name, without roles, without burdens. And in that moment, when you look into your own eyes, you see emptiness, but that emptiness is everything. That emptiness is you. You are not a son, not a father, not successful, not a failure, not good, not bad. You just are. And that very being is the ultimate truth. When you recognize yourself, the world doesn't change, but your eyes do. Now, you don't need anything, because you found what you were always looking for. Inside, now you can see every pain. Without breaking, you can feel all attachment, without getting entangled. Because now you are resting in the center, where everything is still and everything is whole. This is self-realization, not a grand event, just a quiet awakening that you have always been, without name, without image, just a witness, just presence, just awareness. Part 6, the full stop, the state of surrender. There comes a time when nothing more is left to find, nothing left to say. And what remains is you, silent, awake, whole. We searched everywhere, in every turn, behind every smile, trying to gain something. And in the process, we lost ourselves. But then, one day, everything stopped. Nothing was found, yet everything was received. This is surrender. When you finally say, I don't need anything more. What is enough. And in that very moment, you begin to truly live. Surrender isn't defeat. It is the highest victory. Because now, you stop fighting yourself. No more roles to perform. Nothing left to prove. Now you simply are, like a quiet flame, swaying in the wind, but never extinguished. You no longer live in the outside world. You live in the light within. Now, words are tired. Thoughts too have rested. What remains is silence. And from that silence, you are born without name, without desire, without burden. Now, even love doesn't bind. Even that has become free. No longing, no sorrow, only stillness remains. And in that stillness is God. There's no journey left now, no questions remain. You are exactly where you were meant to be, in your truth. This is the full stop. Not an end, not a beginning, just a silent presence that is eternal, that is timeless, that is you. I want nothing now. I say nothing now. I simply watch. And in that watching, I saw what I had been searching for lifetimes. Myself.